Listen to me. It can be that easy. Okay, I'm gonna share with you today 3 ways to bring more oxygen in your community online. And I'm gonna start with a little story. So if you don't know me yet, I'm Angélique Binet. I'm the founder of Social Media Love. What is Social Media Love? It's actually a training and coaching company that is here for women entrepreneurs who are ready to be courageous and use their online presence to sell more of their services, events, products. I mostly work with women in the business of services, healer, coaches, consultant. I have a few store owners, which is very fun to. It's so much easier to sell a thing that you can see. I sell this, but most women who are in my field, we sell intangible things. So if you're the face of your brand, it's really important to convey not only trust, but also how do you bring someone to a conversation to you. So we do this through the visible method. I'm going to give you one of the things we use in the visible method to grow your audience in a very tailored way, very natural way, right? And also we bring business and marketing and sales into also your heart. Because tell me, how many times you didn't push on the button there, whether you wanted to publish a video, whether you wanted to send a DM, whether you wanted to invite someone to come to your workshop, which I'm doing right now, tons of workshop. So if you're in the Fredericton area here in Canada, there's a workshop coming up. DM me and I'll tell you what it is. So, okay. So my mission is very simple and I want you to hear it because it's about you. It's to amplify your voice from the inside out, one post, one video, one belief at a time. What do you need to believe about yourself? To use the free tools we have on our phones to go beyond your current reality with your business. I also believe this, that we can only expand our presence online at the pace of safety in our body, which is a lot of nervous system regulation. That's part of the work we do. But it's also beyond that. You've chose entrepreneurship as the vessel of your mission on earth. So that means what you're doing with this, because there is no business if you don't sell, right? What you do is you are healing generations of women who were oppressed, suppressed, and repressed, and still are. And that's what we do when we show up in our businesses, whether we use the online world or on a stage, or just having the courage to offer a service that only you can deliver the way you do it. That's courageous. And that's healing for women. All right. So I'm going to share 3 things I do on a regular basis. To tell you the truth, in the last 2 years, I had, we do a love list in my world where I put names of people I want to work with. And my love list was completely done. Everybody that was on that list for the last 2 or 3 years became my clients. And so this is in those times that I'm like, okay, how did I do that? Mostly online as well as in person. This is complementary. But online, I nurture the relationships. So when it's time to bring new blood in my world, here's what I do. So number one, if I start seeing that it's always the same people who are around, it's all good. But what I'm going to do is I use Facebook and LinkedIn. Those are my 2 primary platforms. What I love about Facebook, and I know a lot of you are using Instagram, so that's the same, their stories. So what I'm going to do is at least once a day, I will go and interact with 5 people in the stories. Just that in itself going to bring back new conversation And when you have a conversation with someone, chances are that the algorithm going to show you their contacts, what they see in their feed, it's going to bring to your feed. And then for you, it's a new door towards a potential new client or new prospect or new lead. So that helps you bring back some juice in your platform. The same with LinkedIn. There is no stories in LinkedIn, but if you start to be religiously, committed to go through your feed and start commenting and liking posts that make sense, either because you love a colleague of yours that say things that you believe in, or it's someone you would love to be a business partner with, or it's a potential client that you would love to learn more about them before you reach out, before they discover you, because as soon as you comment, they're going to see who is commenting. So they're going to go check you out. So like having this interaction, what I love about Facebook and Instagram is because it's easy. In the stories, you see exactly who is watching your stories. So that's really cool. So interact with at least 5 stories every morning, and that's gonna stir up some conversation or some energy, new oxygen. The other thing I do is that I literally, so I'm gonna give you the example of Facebook. You can do the same on LinkedIn or Instagram. You see like people who are, how you can see how many mutual friends you have? Yeah, I need to tell you this. I use my personal profile to do business. I have a business page, yes, that I use for ads, but I use me because people want to learn about me, right? So I have my profile allows me to reach out to people. A business page doesn't, right? So I literally see who in my friends have, like in the suggestion of people, you may know someone. If I see that like we have 40 friends in common, then I'm gonna go and check out that woman, and I'm gonna decide and choose, do I want to connect with her? So if I do, that's how I do it. I say, hey, I'm noticing that we have 40 friends mutually. We're meant to meet, to connect. And I really mean it, right? And most of the time we start a conversation in the DM, or it stops right there. Or people that say, oh my God, yes, we know so many people. Connecting humans to humans. What does that do? Because if you're consistent with your content, those people are going to start to see your content, and they're going to, maybe after 3 weeks, going to come to your DM and say, oh my God, I didn't know you were doing this. This is really activating me. That's what happened again yesterday morning. So once you connect with new people on the base that, for me, it works well for me. Like if we have a lot of friends in common, I'm going to tell them, I want to connect because this. The other thing that happens is that you can also go to people who are big communities that and see who is in their world. And then, if with their people you have a lot of connection in common, and it makes sense for you to reach out to them in terms of, does it fit with the mission of your business? Does it fit with the type of woman or clients you want to connect with, right? It's long-term relationships. So that's what I do. I go to those, I borrow all those audiences people, basically, and I find a way that we have common ways to have conversations. So I noticed that you are part of X and Y communities, and I see we have that many connections in common, and you work in the same space as me, or, I see that you specialize in whatever that I find interesting. I would love to connect with you. And that's how we start. So there are seasons that I do that. I try to do it, every day when I do what I call my visible hour, but some season I have like very targeted, an hour a day where I do that basically. And that brings new eyes on your content. This is why you cannot hide, because once you connect with people, they need to learn more about who you are. Are they liking you or not? Do they want to know you better? Do they want to trust you? And do they want to buy from you? That's basically what we do. So that's number 2, right? And number 3 is when I go to an in-person event. I make sure that when I go home or on site, and I did a video about this, about how I network. You can look it up. And if you can find it, just send me a networking video and I'll send you the link. It's very important that when you are at a networking event right away, you connect with your person on the platform that you're the most active. So for me, again, it's my Facebook profile. And if we're not connected, go there. It's under my name, Angélique Binet. Okay, I got blocked many times by our friend FB. So there's multiple Angélique Binet. The one that is working, can respond to you, is the brick. There's a brick wall behind me, okay, on my little avatar video photo. And then on LinkedIn, it's easy. It's my name, Angélique Binet. Yeah, so you do that and you make sure you connect with them. And what's going to happen, they're going to go home and you're going to show up in their feed. And they're going to be, oh my God, we just had a tiny, you know how at networking events, sometimes we have just like 1 minute to talk. And then because you do that connection, you're going to be in their feed and they're going to learn more about you. And what you're going to do is make sure that you're going to follow up with them if you feel that there is a conversation needed. And that's another topic for another day. How do you transform a conversation at a networking event to an invitation for a sales conversation? Okay, I'm going to repeat. Number one thing that I do to bring new blood and to bring more oxygen in my community, I interact with stories on Facebook. You can do it on Instagram or commenting on LinkedIn every day, at least 5 people. That gonna change the game. Number 2, I don't want to go to networking. My number 2 is, I connect with people who have commonalities with me in terms of connections. And before I do so, I check who they are, right? It has to make, like, you want to bring to your community, again, either potential clients, potential business collaborators, or I call them lighthouses. People who, even if they don't fit your clients or business partners, you know that you have a soul connection with them. You maybe not know how this could turn into business. It's okay. Okay? Trust that too. They're beautiful people on the internet. Oh my God. And the third way is your networking. When you network, you connect right away with those people. And when you go home, you follow up and you check who they know. And guess what? If there is a lot of people that they know that you have not connected with, you could say, hey, I met Janet the other day at the Chamber of Commerce and I see we have her in common and many other friends. And I see that your passion is to help people with their gut health and that's something that I'm actually working on right now as a detox process and protocol. That's true. That's what I do. And then you connect. Simple. But the beauty is you get to choose who you want to connect to. How cool is that? That's how you grow a community. Like, it's easier than you think. Okay. Here, what is my call to action to you today? I want you to tell me that you watch this video and I want you to tell me which one of the 3 you're going to try out, or maybe the 3. Just tell me 1, 2, 3, you're going to try and see how it goes. I want to hear from you. When you talk to me, you feed my heart, my soul, but also the content I'm preparing for you. Okay, ciao.